So good morning, everybody. Right. So good morning, one and all. Welcome to the Bambolim Beach on a lovely Sunday morning. This video is all about giving you an idea about the open water swims that we conduct. The Goa Open Water Swim Club conducts every Sunday morning, and we'll also try and answer all your questions about open water swimming for the Goa Triathlon and the Goa Swimathon. Well, as you can see, we are at the Bambolim Beach right now. It's one of Goa's safest beaches. It's also a beach which is very unique in the sense that it's the only beach in Goa that doesn't face west. Now, the reason that this is important is because the tides at this beach, they don't move in an in to out fashion like they do at most places, but they move from a left to right lateral fashion. That makes the beach extremely safe. Right now, if you can see, low tide is currently on. The time is little past 11. We have low tide at 1 p.m. or 1300 hours today. So just to give you an idea of the route that we will be using for the Goa Triathlon, we normally use a box fashion, which means we swim out, we swim across, and we swim back. So today we have the Goa swimming, the open water swimming club. That's they've just gone to change. In fact, they'll be here in a very short while from now. And what we will be doing today is the club is going to be doing a 1 kilometer swim, which means that we will be going out a distance of 500 meters and we'll be coming back the other 500 meters. Of course, a lot of questions that do come up. The first question, of course, that we get very often from people who have never swum in the sea before is what are the differences between swimming in a swimming pool and swimming at the beach? Well, swimming in the sea is generally much easier. However, there are a few differences that I would like to point out. Number one, of course, quite obviously, there are no walls, there are no ropes, there are no reference lines, which makes sighting a little more challenging than it would be in the pool. In the next part of my video, which we will shoot next Sunday, I will be taking the phone out on a kayak and I'll be giving you some tips on how to sight in open water. But today, just to talk about a few fundamental differences between the pool and the beach. Obviously, the water is much heavier in the sea. It's salt water, so it's easier to swim, it's easier to stay afloat, it's easier to just relax even if you're tired. There's no question of you going under because the salt water will keep you up, it will keep you buoyant. Right now, of course, the winds are slowly picking up, but in the morning when we start the swim at 7 o'clock, the winds are absolutely flat. And if you look at the beach right now, if you look at the sea, in fact, you'll find that the water is absolutely flat, which makes a lot of people, in fact, think that this is a lake. It's not a lake, it's still the open sea, but it's an enclosed cove. As you can see, there's land on the other side, that's Vasco Harbor there, and we also have land on my right hand side out here. So being a protective cove, it's a much safer place to swim in compared to many other beaches that we have in Goa. Like I said, we have a short little swim that we are going to be planning right now, just a 1 kilometer. I've got the guys, they're on their way. But before that, just to give you a small introduction onto the safety features that we have out here. Safety is normally handled by two outfits that we have for both the events, for the Goa Triathlon and the Goa Swimathon. The first outfit, our first line of defense, as we like to call them, and the guys who make the events possible are sitting here right behind me. They are the Drishti lifeguards. They're here. Guys, say hi. So they're here. They're always here bright and early. They have their rescue equipment, which is all set. And we always advise people even though you may be an extremely strong swimmer, never get into the water without telling the lifeguards where you are or informing them about your whereabouts. It's extremely important that they're aware. Another thing that I would like to point out are these flags that we have here. You'll see that we have these red and yellow flags. Now we've got one on this side, and if I pan the camera around to the other side, you'll find that there's one fluttering on the other side. Now these are swim flags basically. You'll find them on all beaches, not only in Goa and in India, but they are international signs. It means that this area is the swimming zone. So whenever you're swimming in open water, be it at this beach or any beach anywhere, make sure that you always swim between the flags. The flags means that there is a lifeguard patrolling that area. It also means that that is the area which is designated for swimming. So do not swim outside the flags, because they could be disturbances which may create a little problems later on. So as long as you keep a few tips like this in mind, you should be absolutely fine. There shouldn't be any problems. Like I said, we swim every Sunday. I'm just walking along the beach right now because I would like to show you a little bit of the rescue equipment that we've brought today with us. We got a couple of new swimmers today. So we'll just take you along the beach. I know this was supposed to be a 5-minute video, but got a little carried away looking at all the lovely stuff that we have today. So we have, as you can see, I'm shooting against the sun. It may be a little difficult to see right now, but we have the kayaks here. We also have our friends who are here. We have my good buddy Rahul, who has become an open water swimmer lately. Rahul, if you can stand on the other side along with Nikhil, guys, just hang on there for a second. Just want to have a small soundbite. Rahul, can you tell us about your experience with open water swimming?
Oh yeah, it's great fun. I had never swum in the sea before till November, and then thanks to Elias, now the sea has become more familiar, and looking forward to my first Goa triathlon.
Super, Rahul, that's great. And we also have Nikhil. Nikhil comes down all the way from Bangalore. This is the third time, in fact, he's come down just to be part of the swimming experience. Nikhil, tell us about that. What inspired you?
Yeah, just like Rahul, I have never been in the sea before this, so it was fun when I came here for the first time in November.
Okay.
And initially I was scared, but one part was that to move away from that scare of the sea.
Okay.
And now I am not worried about that at all. So thanks to Elias, I'm very happy to swim in the sea and not worried at all.
Wonderful. That's great, Nikhil. We'll see you guys in a bit. I'm coming out. All right. And of course, we're moving on a little bit. Before we wrap this video out, I just want to introduce you all to two more friends of mine, Frankie and Deirdre. Guys, if you all can just say hi to the camera. Yeah, that's right. Frankie and Deirdre, you all are standing on the wrong side, so I'll just come on this side. Yeah. So guys, how are you doing? All good?
Awesome.
Fantastic. So Deirdre is manning the kayak today, and Frankie is the man responsible for getting the kayaks organized, and of course they're going to be giving us support in the water. Thank you so much. A small little shot of the kayaks that we have. Of course, today we're just taking 2 kayaks out because we're a small crowd. On the day of the event, we'll be having around 15 of them, along with jet skis, boats, and a lot of other backup. Well, thank you, and we will see you next Sunday. Till then, take it easy.